And live from Mediacom Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Game 3 of the Route 66 Showcase, and it features the Missouri State Ice Bears and the University of Nebraska Huskers. Hello everybody, Steve Casson along with Alex Harmon as Missouri State comes in 6-6-1 after a big sweep of the Robert Moore Showcase last weekend. The Ice Bears, and boy, what a difference a month or two or so makes for Missouri State. The Ice Bears, with that big sweep, it was 13-1 over Northern Illinois, 5-1 over Robert Morris, Illinois, and a 3-2 win over Northwestern University. The Ice Bears climb back up even, 6-6-1 this season. And for the University of Nebraska Huskers, the Huskers right now find themselves with a 6-5-1 record, and for Nebraska, it was an 8-1 loss to the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, and then a 6-5 victory with a split against that hockey club. Then prior to that, they had a sweep of Dordt College, 7-1 and 6-3. And for Nebraska and Missouri State, as I mentioned, what a difference a month makes, because prior to this, Missouri State, when they faced the University of Nebraska Huskers, they ended up 1-6-1 on the season, but those games were not even close. Missouri State lost 5-1 and 8-1 back on October 19th and 20th between these two hockey clubs, and it has just been really a tough situation for Missouri State until they just literally turned it around this past weekend. We'll see what happened here tonight. As Missouri State in nets, they finally get their senior back, Richard Albrecht, 6'4", 235 out of Mexico City, Mexico. He's 2-0 with a 2.0 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. He's only allowed 4 goals this season. Missouri State coming in after the first ACHA Division II Pacific poll, ranked at number 12. And the Ice Bears are hoping to improve on that. For the University of Nebraska Huskers, they find themselves ranked number 3. And that is just about as good as they were last season, ranked number 4, but now 3 in the Pacific Division. And Larry Taylor's Huskers will start tonight in nets Bennett Stanchfield. Stanchfield in 8 games, he's 3-3 with a 4.28 goals against average and an .893 save percentage. It is the Missouri State Ice Bears and the Nebraska Huskers coming up. It is the third game. Seems like it's the second game. I've done the other 2 games earlier today, but the first game for these two teams. Speaking of the games earlier, Kansas and Arkansas, that was a 9-0 win for Kansas. They outshot Arkansas 37-26. Dane Johnson had 4 goals for Kansas, and the Jayhawks were 3 for 3 on the power play. Arkansas 0 for 8 with the man advantage. Ole Miss and the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, they played just moments ago, and Ole Miss wins by a score of 4-2. A 2-2 tie was broken in the third period with 2 goals, one of them by Cole Chatham on the power play at 13-14, and then Scott Harlan gets the final one at 14-46, an even strength goal. And Ole Miss comes out on top by a score of 4-2. We are moments away here from this game getting underway as these two teams get ready to pack things up and get going for Game 1 of the showcase. While they get ready, we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we should be ready for period number 1 of action from the Stan Melton Ice Arena here at Mediacom Ice Park.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey, now through February. Exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tickets box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
And we are back at Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Casson, Alex Harmon, thanks for joining us. Missouri State and Nebraska, 6-6-1 versus 6-5-1. Missouri State with the even record. They have scored 59 goals. They've allowed 32. Nebraska scored 49 and allowed 48. Let's join Kevin Thurrow for the introduction of the starting lineups.
A record of 6-6-1. Tonight's game is sure to be a compelling matchup in tonight's marquee game on the first day of the Route 66 D3 Showcase. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Nebraska Cornhuskers, starting at a forward, number 49, John Cowley. Starting at a forward, number 77, Evan Johnson. Starting at a forward, number 3, Alex Robb. Starting on defense, number 20, Mike McVeigh. Starting on defense, number 15, Ben Raymond. And starting in goal tonight for the Cornhuskers, number 33, Bennett Stanchfield. Nebraska is coached by head coach Larry Taylor and assistant coach Reed Fuller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the heart of downtown Springfield at Mediacom Ice Park, inside the Stan Melton Ice Rink, get on your feet and make some noise. Let's meet the starters for your Missouri State Ice Bears. Starting at a forward, number 9, Brandon Baldwin. Starting at a forward, number 90, Ted Showtime Cardinale. Starting at a forward, number 6, Carson Komar. Starting on defense for the Bears, number 10, Justin Koch. Starting on defense, number 7, Nick Gray. And starting in goal tonight for the Missouri State Ice Bears from Mexico City, number 29, Richard Albrecht. Your Missouri State Ice Bears are coached by head coach Cody Blevins and assistant coaches B.J. Norman, Tyler Ellis, and Jacob Keller. And ladies and gentlemen, your officiating crew for tonight's game, referee Craig Smith, assistant to the referee Matthew Spaeth, and assistant to the assistant referee Mark Crossbar Marzola. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your caps for this evening's presentation of the National Anthem.
Our national anthem from Mediacom Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Named after the man that created hockey. I don't want to say created, but he was the one that was instrumental in starting getting a hockey rink here, not just one but two at Mediacom in Springfield, and creating the whole idea of hockey and presenting it to the Springfield board. They said yes, and it's called Vision 2020. Was supposedly by 2020 the Ice Bears would have a lot of recreational facilities, and they really do. Mediacom Ice Park is one of them. The Ice Bears, coached by head coach Cody Blevins, his third season, it's his third season as head coach, but he has been a coach for this hockey club for several seasons. But the Ice Bears in their whites will be skating from the left to the right, and in their red, white, and black, it'll be the Nebraska Huskers. They skate from the right to the left. Coming in to take the draw for Nebraska will be Jonathan Cowley, and for Missouri State it's Brandon Baldwin, and we are underway here at Mediacom Ice Park, Game 3 of the showcase. And quickly, the Ice Bears' Carson Komar gets blocked off, and it's sent all the way back down into the Missouri State zone. We're just underway here. The far side boards now to Nicholas Gray. It's off of Gray's stick, but he has possession of it, and he'll bring out a 3-on-3 into the zone. Now cross ice pass to Komar, off of his stick, and it's out to center ice. Taken away by Baldwin, and past him it'll go to Ted Cardinale. Cardinale will have it. A lead pass comes up. It's off the stick of Baldwin, and now it's Cardinale to pick it up. Left side, Cardinale with a shot and a glove save. An immediate hold on to by Bennett Stanchfield. Goaltender from Medina, Minnesota, gets the first shot of this contest. 19:26 remaining in the period. And the face-off will come to the right of the goaltender Stanchfield. He's 3-3 this season, a 4.28 goals against average. Ice Bears win the draw. Shot in, and once again a save. This one off of Zach Drummond's stick. They go to the near side boards. Chasing it once again is Andrew Hiller off of his hit, and it's out to center ice. And the Ice Bears at center, or actually no, they move farther back into their own zone as it's sent back now by Carson Komar. Missouri State with a lead pass. It'll come up to Nathan Dallas. Dallas with a drive in, and it just ticks wide. Nathan, the junior out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Wraparound shot misses. The Ice Bears will have it. They drop it down in low. Immediately it's Missouri State with Rita up the middle. Had to bank it off the back of the net, and it's held on to and taken away by Christopher Brown. He'll have it out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Far side boards now as they come over to Christopher Rita. It's behind the net for Missouri State. Tipped away from him by Willie Lutz, and it's out to center ice. And it goes in front of the Missouri State bench and sent all the way down, no icing. A couple of players took a tumble in the Nebraska zone. 18:28 to go in the period. Ice Bears work it up to center ice. Around the check as moving into the zone is Christian Kuzo, and it's cleared out to center. Puck tipped out to center. Now it goes Chris Hysak. Hysak with it. 2 goals, 10 assists for him on the season out of Omaha, Nebraska. Puck moved into the corner. Taken away and cleared, and the Ice Bears will have it left to right across the line. Here's a drive by Stuart Hopkins. It gets deflected up and out of play. Face off with 18:02 to go in the period. Stays in the Nebraska zone. They have not put the shots on the board yet, so we do not know what they are. And I don't blame our scorekeeper. I introduced her into live scoring, so you can go and watch live scoring now of Missouri State games. Puck comes in, and Albrecht makes the save as Chris Hysak got that shot. So I think she's working on that and completely forgot about shots, but that's okay. No score, 17:52 to go in this period. And as I mentioned, it's such a different hockey team between both of these two clubs early on when Missouri State lost big, 8-1 and 5-1 to Nebraska back in October. 19th and 20th, just huge games. Missouri State just looked really out of it, those two games. And now it's a completely different hockey club. In front of the Missouri State bench. Now flipped up from center to the right side from Jake Stewart. Goes to the corner and the point held in. Here's Nathan Hendricks with a shot near side boards as it missed. Off the near side, taken away by Jordan Hank. It's out to center. Jordan Hank, 18 goals, 5 assists, and 3 power play tallies, the leading scorer for the Huskers. Puck in the Missouri State zone, and it's a line change for Nebraska. They're going to work it across the line and send it back into their own zone to get things set up. Willie Lutz's pass hits the referee. Christian Catalano comes in. He'll try to put some forechecking pressure on for Missouri State. It's held in. Carl Rebello had it for a moment. It's flipped back behind now with 16:55 to go in the first period. No score. Justin Koch holds on to it. Rebello was upended by Lutz. Now we come the other way as it is be cleared to Alex Robb and a lead pass. Off the boards to Evan Johnson. Intercepted by Missouri State. 16:39 to go in the period. Ice Bears try to work the puck. They do get it in, and it's set in by Rebello, looking for his first goal of the season out of St. Louis, Missouri. 16.5 to go in the first period. No score. Baldwin racing off the bench. Keeps it in. Now it'll go to Cardinale. Ted Cardinale is checked hard by Jonathan Cowley. Ice Bears bring it up the middle, and a bouncing puck went off the stick of Lutz, and it's held on to. Might be Lutz. And it's held on to by the goaltender, Bennett Stanchfield. Shots are 2-1. No score in this hockey game. It's a game, by the way. 9-0 Kansas in Game 1, and in Game 2, Ole Miss takes a 4-2 win over Wisconsin Platteville. No score here. Here come Nebraska across the line. We'll have to catch who 24 is. I don't have him on my score sheet. 16:02 to go in the period. Puck cleared out to center. Ice Bears have it. Here's Baldwin, the lead pass. He breaks in, he shoots, and he missed high up over the net. Carson Comar to chase. Andrew Hiller is there. Puck to the far side. Stolen by Cardinale, that is. It's up the middle. And deflected away and cleared out to center ice. Helped by Corbin Smeal. 15:41 to go in the period. And the puck is back out to center ice, taken by Hiller. Puck now back into the Missouri State zone with 15.5 to go. Line change for Nebraska. They'll have it back in the Missouri State zone. And sent all the way down on an icing call into the Nebraska zone. That'll bring it back to the Missouri State end with 15:16 to go in the period and no score. Off the draw immediately. It's held on to once again. And Albrecht will see the face-off to his left, right as you look at it on Web Sports Radio's live TV. Shots 3-2 in favor of Missouri State. The Ice Bears do win the draw. They'll have it in their own zone and flip it up to the half boards, and looking to get it out, they do. It'll go to Michael McVeigh. Bouncing puck to Rita, and as he's racing to get to it, it's held on to by Stanchfield. 15 minutes exactly. Found out that Cody Walters is wearing number 24. So that is a help. Trying to identify players here. So Walters is wearing that number. Ice Bears off the draw will keep it in their own zone. Spun around and held in by Zach Drummond. Shot in, save, rebound, and it is held on to on the flipping puck in front of him. Sullivan was right there, and the goaltender, Stanchfield, will hold on. 6-2 are the shots in favor of Missouri State. At home, the Ice Bears 4-2-1. They've scored 41 goals, only allowed 22. On the road, Nebraska is 4-3. They've allowed 30. They've only scored 31, so not doing as well on the road are the Huskers. Puck off the side of the net. It's right in front, and the Ice Bears will hold it in. Justin Koch drops it down over to Nathan Dallas off of his stick, taken away and cleared by Andrew Hiller to the point, and it's finally out to center ice. Evan Johnson had it for a moment. It's sent right back in into late offside. The Ice Bears clear the zone. They'll the Huskers send it all the way down and flip right back off the boards, taken away by Hiller. 1 goal, 3 assists, 1 power play goal. So his goal was a power play tally. Now they have a 3-on-2 breaking in, and the shot gets deflected right out in front, enough to be held onto by Albrecht. That initial shot taken by Jonathan Cowley. 14:01 remaining in the period. and still no score. Off the draw with 13:59 to go in the period. Puck won by Missouri State. Back behind the net, but it's intercepted, taken away by the Huskers. Evan Johnson. He pushes it around to Alex Robb, and it's out to center ice. 13:39 to go in the period. Puck cleared in, and it's sent out by Albrecht. 13.5 remaining. Ice Bears work the puck from the far side. Nathan Dallas will send it in. Now it's taken by Chaz Palumbo across to the near side boards. Here comes a shot by Christian Kuzo, partially tipped. Palumbo had it go off of his stick. Now to Cody Walters. It is held in, and a shot drive that is partially fanned on by Hopkins. And it's saved by Stanchfield. It goes wide, and it's out to center. Line change for Nebraska. Ice Bears with possession of the puck. Backhanded to Palumbo right in front of the Missouri State bench. Now it's grabbed by Walters. He'll have it on the left side. Walters, nice move, but it's poked away by his light 24 of Jake Stewart. Sent right back into the Missouri State zone, and the Ice Bears will set things up. Back of their own zone. A full change for Nebraska. Ice Bears have yet to do that. 7-3 shots in favor of Missouri State, and the Ice Bears do need that change. They finally get it in a partial one, and here comes Stewart. He'll send it in and chase, no icing. 12.5 to go in the period. No score. Near side boards now taken away by Jordan Hank. His pass on a backhand is up to center ice in front of the Ice Bears' bare head, where it's Carl Robello. Lost it. Dropped down in front to Hysak. Up the middle, and Hank got the shot. It's deflected in the corner. Now the Ice Bears will get it out to center ice off of the stick of Christian Catalano. And in front of the referee's crease, it's taken away by Missouri State and Stewart. He'll have it. To Catalano. He'll flip it up, and it hits the supports for the roof. Face-off should come at center ice. That's the closest face-off dot to where the shot was taken. And no, they're going to move it. They're going to move it back to the dot just in front of the Missouri State zone to the near side, and that's where it will be won but not controlled by Missouri State. Here comes Chris Hysak. Hysak, right side. He shoots in and a save. Rebound taken away by the Ice Bears defense, and it's Cardinale. Outlet pass. It finally gets to Carson Komar. Now to Baldwin. He has it right side. He shoots, blocker save. Rebound. It's up, and it's taken away by the defense. Cleared out to center ice by Ben Raymond. Now left side, Jordan Hank. He shoots, stick save. Rebound. It's loose, and the Ice Bears will have possession. 8-5 are now the shots. No score with 11:22 to go in the period. It's cleared all the way down into the Nebraska zone. No icing. Goaltender called for it, but officials said no. Flipped up to Alex Robb out of Lincoln, Nebraska. 6 goals, 7 assists. He is the second leading scorer, and he has 2 power play goals for Nebraska. Dallas will drop it down in low. Stepping in front of him is Willie Lutz. Lutz with it. Off the glass and out to center. Missouri State will set it up with 10:58 to go in the period and no score. Baldwin, in front of his own bench. Lost it for a second. Jonathan Cowley is there to chase. And now here comes Dallas. Flips it in. Grabbed by Lutz. And taken by Nebraska. 2-on-3 into the zone. Broken up by Cardinale, but we're going to get a penalty. It's a high stick. And I don't know where this one came from, but the first penalty of the game is going to be assessed to Cardinale for a high stick. First power play for the Huskers. Here in the first period. Missouri State on the penalty kill, 10 for 51, 80.4%. They've scored 2 shorthanded goals. And the Huskers on the power play, 29.2%, 14 for 48. They are a little potent on the power play. We'll see what happens here. Down the middle drive that just missed. Cowley tipped it wide on Ben Raymond's opportunity. 130 remaining, so that is 90 seconds. Minute 30. Back behind the net. That's what's left on the power play. It'll go to the right side. Taken by Hank. Now he gets a cross-ice pass again from Raymond, high slot. Raymond waits. He shoots. It's blocked in front inadvertently. in front. That one by Hiller. Now we come left side, up the middle. It is not cleared on the backhander by Palumbo. 1:12 remaining in the power play. 9:49 to go in the period, no score. Raymond thought better of it, went to the right side, went over to Hank. Now Hank's pass. Partial shot pass, which missed, and it rimmed all the way around the boards, and it's cleared out. Missouri State finally gets their tired penalty killers out. 9:34 to go in the period. It is Johnson. Evan Johnson, the freshman out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Lead pass right side. It'll go to Alex Robb. As he passes back, it's a tic-tac-toe play, and it goes up the middle. Working it is Walters. Now sends it to the left side to Lutz. Drops it down in low, 36 seconds remaining. Somebody has dropped their stick, and it's finally cleared out to center ice. That was the Ice Bears' Christian Catalano, but it did get cleared. Now with 9:06 to go in the period. Puck across the line to Christopher Brown. Into the zone, left side. Brown still works it, looking for some help. There's nobody up the middle, so Brown spins all the way around and drops it off to the right side. High slot to Robb. Now to the right side. Walters, left side, drive, save. Where is it? Loose, up the middle. Taken away and not cleared. 3 seconds to go in the power play. It is now over. We're back to 5-on-5, and a shot off the side of the net is saved by Albrecht. Rebound is not cleared. It's played with a high stick, and the Ice Bears will have possession. Cardinale in front of the referee's crease. He'll spin around and set things up. Ice Bears just get a pass over to Mitchell Doyle, and Doyle gets hammered as he got the shot off. Near side boards to Cardinale. He has it right side. Oh, what a drive and a big save by Stanchfield. He holds on. 8:14 to go in the period, and we have no score.
To feed them when they're on the road. If you'd like to know more about the Ice Bears penalty kill challenge, you can visit them on Facebook at the Ice Bears Penalty Kill Challenge, and also before the D1 games upstairs at the Booster Table.
8:14 to go in the period.
The Ice Bears on their road games. For every successful penalty kill, shorthanded goal, or game without
face off.
Your contributions go to help feed the Ice Bears on
to the right of Stanchfield. Rita will come in and take the draw. He'll work it with Jordan Hank, and Hank will win it. And it's backhanded to the corner. It's out to the line. Hank will hold it in. Grabbed now by Hysak. Up the middle, the Ice Bears intercept. Backhander by Sullivan. Sticked into the corner. Now it's Dallas. He comes in, and Rita's right there on the doorstep. Rita will pick it up. Drops it down in low to Dallas. He's going to work it. Has Sullivan in front. Instead, here is a backhander that missed. Now to Rita. He's checked hard by McVeigh. McVeigh for Nebraska gets it to the half boards. Dallas to hold in. Drop down in low. Past Rita's skate to go to the far side. It is taken away on a backhander by Johnson and out to center ice. Shots are 10-7 in favor of Missouri State, but here come Nebraska. And a 3-on-2. Johnson is there, but it's broken up, and it'll be cleared out to center ice and sent all the way down with 7:22 to go in the period. McVeigh, back of his own zone. Gets it over to Ben Raymond. 3 goals and 10 assists for him out of Egan. Now, the Ice Bears will send it in and finish that line change. 7 minutes remaining in the first period and no score. Ben Raymond out of the Nebraska zone off the stick of Christopher Brown and back into the Missouri State end, where it's quickly and promptly sent up by Carson Komar to Cardinale. Now Komar to the far side, helped a little bit by the defense by Ben Raymond, and the Ice Bears intercept. Drop down in low, 6:38 to go in the period. Komar was there, but McVeigh was able to sweep him off the play. It's tipped out to center, 6.5 remaining. Puck sent all the way down, and the Ice Bears want to change. Baldwin is there. He steps in front looking for Komar. Baldwin the shot save. Rebound. Komar got another shot and a big save there. Puck to Palumbo. He'll get it on the bouncing puck over to Baldwin left side. Baldwin, Coke calling for it. Baldwin with the shot, and the goaltender didn't see it. Stanchfield had no idea where it was, and it's cleared out to center. Koch is able to tip it in, delayed offside. The puck is cleared out to the Missouri State zone, and Koch will intercept and send it back down into the Nebraska end. Racing for it was Stuart Hopkins. It's kept in. Here's Chaz Palumbo, left side. He shoots, and a blocker make that a stick save more than a blocker by Stanchfield. Puck is flipped out with 5:40 to go in the period. Drummond as the Ice Bears line change. Sent back down, we'll have an icing call. 5.5 to go in the period. The icing will bring it back into the Missouri State end of the ice. No score. Ice Bears 6-6-1 on the season. University of Nebraska Huskers 6-5-1. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Casson along with Alex Harmon. Game 3 of this first day of the showcase. 9-0 Kansas in Game 1. 4-2 Ole Miss over Wisconsin-Platteville in Game 2. Puck to the near side with no score. Sent up the middle, intercepted, shot missing just wide by Evan Johnson. Behind the net, Albrecht sees it taken away by his defense. Christian Kuzo enough to get it out to center ice, and that's it. It'll be sent right back in. 4:53 to go in the period. Here come the Ice Bears. Ben Raymond. Or not Ben Raymond, no. 15, Chaz Palumbo. Raymond is 15 for Nebraska. Now it is Lutz with it. He gets it out to center ice. That's as far as it goes to the red line, and the Ice Bears will move it. They'll send it in, and Doyley will chase it in for Missouri State. Over to Lutz, that is. He backhands it. It makes its way to Alex Robb, and now it is out to Jonathan Cowley. Right side has some room. Cowley stops up, top of the right dot. It will be intercepted by Missouri State. 4:13 to go in the period. Line change for Nebraska. Puck is cleared out to center and moved right back in. Opportunity for Jordan Hank. Off of him. Now Stephen Dole comes in. It's broken up by Missouri State. Ice Bears with the lead pass. Now it comes to Catalano. He has it down the middle. He shoots, and it's gobbled up by Stanchfield. He'll hold on with 3:49 to go in the period, and no score. Shots are 11-7 in favor of Missouri State. Make that 12 now. Face-off will come in the Nebraska zone to the right of Stanchfield. Left as he looks at it. Ice Bears win it. Stewart with a shot, missed wide at the left. Held in, though, taken away by Dole, but the Ice Bears intercept. Now, as Hendricks got a shot, it was partially deflected on a good play by Highsek, and it's out to center ice, and here's Chris with it. He'll have it left side. Shot blocked, and the same guy who got his block was the same guy that blocked that one. It was Jake Stewart. Now the Ice Bears will have it. Lead pass to Nathan Dallas. Off of his stick. Nathan Dallas this year, 4 goals, 2 assists for the junior from O'Fallon. Had limited playing time last year. He's seeing a lot this season. Now a shot tipped in, score! Right out in front. It was Jordan Hank that gets it. And it is 1-0 in favor of Nebraska. I believe they'll give credit to Hank on this one, as he was right there to tuck it in, right in front of Albrecht. So this one looked like kind of an innocent play, and just tipped in front. And we'll catch the call from Kevin Thorough. But it is a 1-0 lead for Nebraska. 2:53 to go in the period. And they come again. Puck up the middle, intercepted, and the Ice Bears will have it, and they have a 2-on-2. They're going to work it with Cardinale. Right side, Cardinale to Baldwin. He shoots, save, rebound. It's moved into the corner.
Nebraska goal scored by number 52, Jordan Hank. Assisted by number 9, Chris Hysak, and number 84, Steve Dahl. Time of the goal at 16:49 of the first period. Scored by number 52, assisted by number 9 and number 84.
Well, those are the assists on that one. Meanwhile, we have a whistle for a stoppage and play. 2:19 to go in the period. It's Hysak and Dahl with the assist. Hank will get the goal. That is his 19th of the season. He is tearing it up for Nebraska. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Kuzo tries to win it from Brown, and it's Brown to drop it back into zone for Nebraska. Along the half boards, flipped by Smeal, and that's as far as it goes, as the Icebears will intercept and shoot it right back in. Falling down in front was Hiller. He gets back up and he's able to stay in back behind the net as the Icebears put Evan Lasansky on. Now the Icebears intercept. Nicholas Gray down the middle, nice move. Gray shoots, save, rebound, loose, and it pops into the corner. Lasansky has it right down in front, and swinging at it is Christian Kuzo, and he couldn't put it in. Now we come the other way. Kuzo gets interfered with. The officials look at it, and play continues. Lasansky, right side. He'll give it to Gray, left side. It's right out in front, and Kuzo fighting his way through, and the officials still let it go. Now Hopkins with a high check on Brown, and the officials let it go, and another hit at center, and the officials are letting everything go here now. 1-0 in favor of Nebraska. 16:49. Hank, his 19th. Hysak and Dole with the assists. That's where we stand right now. And just a moment ago, the officials let probably 3 or 4 penalties go. Here come the Icebears. They have a 2-on-2. Lasansky with a drive-in, blocker save, and he just decided to go to the bench with less than a minute to go in the period. Puck is cleared to the corner. And as it was at center ice, it is now Johnson. He's there. Icebears with Rebello, and finally Missouri State to dig it out. Relatively a good period for both teams. Here is a shot by Catalano. Score! It was partially tipped, and Catalano will get the goal. It's tied up at 1-1. What a drive. Christian Catalano will get credit for this goal. It was partially tipped just enough to catch the inside of the post, and Missouri State has tied this game up. There's the tail end of it. We'll see if we can catch a little bit more. But the Icebears have tied this hockey game up, and we will catch the call from Kevin Thorough as Missouri State has done all that they could do to really keep this.
Goal scored by number 20, Christian Catalano. Assisted by number 8, Brett Houston. Time of the goal at 19:24 the first period. Scored by number 20, assisted by number 8. That's a Missouri State Icebears goal!
8.7 seconds left. And off the draw with 5 to go. It's in the Missouri State zone. And that should do it for the period.
At the end of the first period,
shots on goal.
Missouri State 1, Nebraska 1.
Missouri State puts 18 shots on Stanchfield, and Richard Albrecht faces 9. Just 2 goals in that period. The first goal comes at 16:49, and that is Hank's goal. This one, just a nice tip-in in front, and it is a 1-0 lead for Nebraska. Hank with Hysak and Dole getting the assist, and then Christian Catalano, as he comes across the line, it's partially tipped, and it hits the inside of the post. Missouri State with a 1-1 tie after 1 period of play. So Missouri State, who seemed to kind of keep that period in check after giving up the first goal, has tied it here just late with 36 seconds remaining in the period. We're going to take a break and do not know what we're going to do, if we'll get an interview for you or just throw some music on, but either way, we'll have something entertaining for you in just a moment. After 1 period of play, Missouri State with a 1-1 tie. We'll be back.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Icebears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Icebears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park, now talking with Brett Houston of the Missouri State Ice Bears,
Hello.
sophomore out of Springfield, Missouri. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you, Steve?
You're doing well. You just don't want to leave this area, do you?
No, I guess I'm not allowed to leave. I'm stuck here.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because, of course, you played a few years with the Springfield Express.
Mhm.
They were the Western States Hockey League team that was here, and you saw a lot of time with them. Now you're here with Missouri State. Obviously, this rink, you are very, very familiar with it.
Yeah, I've been here for a long time. I've been playing in this rink for the last, 15 years or something. It's been a while.
That's right. You are one of the, I think, 2 Springfield natives that have now made their way onto the ice as a Missouri State Bear.
We're getting those numbers up. We're pumping those numbers up quick.
Yeah, of course. You played with, was it the Spirit or the Junior Bears?
I actually did both. I did Junior Bears when I was really young, like my first year playing hockey when I was 8 years old. And then I switched to Spirit shortly after.
And obviously there, you're traveling, you're going all over the place. Your parents are taking you everywhere. So it almost felt like maybe you were playing in the juniors, right?
Oh, yeah. I've been to so many different cities and places around the U.S. It's kind of nice. So I used to like to travel a lot more than I do now. I think that's why I stayed here. Kind of a homebody.
Well, that could be. But your folks are here too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
most of my family's here or close to here.
Well, and let's talk about that. I believe, weren't they also billet family for the Western States Hockey League team, the Express? So
yeah, billet family for 3 years.
So you had all sorts of players that stayed with you.
Usually foreigners. They had Swedes a lot. I don't know. They really like the Swedes. I don't know. They're kind of weird to me, but
seriously.
But, yeah, they are though.
So now, who did you have?
We had a kid in my house. We had a Canadian, Matt Smishik, last year.
Okay.
So that was the first time we had billeted someone, and that was an experience.
Well, and again, when you're playing juniors, there's no school like there is now, so you have plenty of time. There's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And it's totally different now. And that's one thing I do want to touch on. As joining us is Brett Houston of the of the Missouri State Ice Bears, but he is from Springfield. How different is it? And are you able to adjust from all of a sudden you've got this structure of studying in school and then trying to play hockey?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a hard adjustment for me going back to school. I thought I'd be a little bit better at it than I am, but I think halfway through the first semester I'm doing all right so far. I gotta work on some stuff though.
Well, and they say that you get a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
As coming in as a freshman, but at the same time, you really don't want to take advantage of that. You want to kind of start off as quick as you can.
Yeah, and I've already struggled in a couple classes, so I gotta keep my grades up and get back to where I can, take all of the credits and everything.
Now the team does have kind of a study hall, right?
I think so. Do we?
I don't. I know Division I does. I don't know about Division III.
That would be kind of nice for me. I could use that time.
I
feel like I'm running out of time in between class, work, and hockey. Yeah,
you may want to go to head coach Cody Blevins and say, "All right, coach, I think we need some study hall time."
Group study.
Yeah, I think they do it on a Sunday. I could be wrong, but talk to coach and don't take my word for it. But I mean, there's obviously advisors and other people that can help you out too. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of help there.
Yeah, we have Josh Davis too. He's a department head, right? He's pretty good at what he does.
When you're out on the ice and you're playing in college, how different is that from playing juniors, like let's say with the Western States Hockey League?
I would say it's more physical, but the Western States is one of the more physical junior hockey leagues, so it prepared me much more for college than some other leagues would have. So I'm used to it. I'm actually I feel like one of the bigger guys out here in college compared to in juniors when I was small and getting ragdolled.
Well, yeah, listed at 6 foot 180, and I'm trying to see just about how you compare.
Gained some weight on the off season.
Yeah. I mean, Ted Cardinal, even though he's a junior forward, he's 6'3", listed at 200, and Craig Berry 6'3" at 200. But
yeah.
But I mean, it all depends. You throw the gear on, and you're a different player.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a little rough and tough.
Joining us is Brett Houston of the Missouri State Ice Bears, Springfield native, and what do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just making it through college right now. I got to get through that before I can decide anything.
Well, yeah, you probably have, 2 more years before you really have to kind of think about it?
Yeah. And then, by then, hopefully I'll have enough connections and people that'll help me get a job that I won't have too hard deciding.
But anything right off the bat? I mean, nothing. What appeals to you?
I don't know, I'd like to work with volcanoes and stuff because that's part of my major.
Work with volcanoes?
Yeah, like just study them, I guess.
Okay. So let's see. I'm trying to think of that the active volcano. Well, there's one in Hawaii that's active.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one in Hawaii, and then there's Yellowstone in, which I don't know what state it is. Wisconsin? No.
No, Yellowstone
Wyoming.
is either Wyoming or yeah.
Yeah, and that would be pretty neat to work on or work in the park on that stuff.
That would be a lot of fun, actually. When I was younger, I took geology.
Really?
And I used to
okay.
go up to Yellowstone and
look at some rocks.
Look at rocks and all that. And I really liked it. I just sports was more important to me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't mind being outdoors. I'm really not one for getting dirty, but when it comes to that stuff, it doesn't bother me
hiking,
too bad.
climbing, or
yeah,
whatever.
I can do that.
So let's talk about your family. You have brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have an older brother that played. He didn't play very long. I think 4 years, but he played hockey too.
And he played. That's right. He played here.
He played. He played the first year of the Expressword team. Yeah, big, tall, red-headed kid.
Yep. And then he moved on to.
He doesn't play anymore.
Okay, so
he works now. Yeah, he does construction.
So
putting that big body to use finally.
Got the real job and got hockey out of the way and.
Yeah.
Do you find or feel that you're going to be around hockey for your entire life?
Oh yeah, it's so deeply ingrained in my life and how I do things that I'll be around it forever. Hopefully, I won't be around this rink forever, and I can move on to some others, but we'll see.
What is your go-to song? Do you have a go-to song or something when you get ready?
Oh no, just anything that's a banger.
How about a meal? Do you have a
pasta? Yeah, I love
always pasta.
Yeah, I try to get pasta.
What kind?
As I can. Any noodles and red sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, I like chicken too, but any meat, I'll take any meat.
Now you guys have been on the road a couple of times. What kind of meals do you have on the road?
Whatever they feed me. I don't know.
You're not picky, as long as it's
pasta,
food?
pizza, whatever. Yeah, as long as I get fed, I'm fine.
There you go. Well, now some people have said that sometimes pasta can kind of slow you down a little bit with too much carbs.
It can be a little heavy, but I don't eat too much before games. I usually get all my big meals in at 1 o'clock or 12. Let everything digest, and then have a small meal at about 3 or 4 o'clock.
Brett Houston is joining us of the Missouri State Ice Bears. Well, you have goose eggs. Now, granted, the team's only played 6 games, but
that's actually not true. I do have an assist. I got it in the first game. Yeah, they didn't count it right.
Well, we'll have to go take a look at that and make sure they do count it right. Then you won't have that anymore.
Yeah, I got that 1 point. I know for sure.
Has it been tough with this hockey team right now? I mean, did you guys expect to be 1-4-1 right now?
No, I didn't. We have too much talent on this team to have this record too. I think we're just having trouble scoring. Really, is the biggest thing.
So, if you were coach, what would you say right now?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm not big on inspirational speeches. I'm an X's and O's kind of guy.
Clear eyes, full heart. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll let Herb Brooks do the speeches.
Who is your favorite NHL player?
Right now or all time?
Well, let's go with both.
All time, it's Barry Jackman. I love that guy. Right now, probably Joel Edmondson. They're both pretty much the same player. I like the way they play. They just play defense the right way, in my opinion.
Shall I say that the Blues are your favorite team?
Oh, yeah, of course. Not right now, though. They're not playing too well either.
Everybody is kind of having that. Well, look at my LA Kings. They're
having a rough.
They're
time
having
too.
a very rough time, and they finally just scored on the power play. They were 0 for 22. That I just don't see how you can go. I mean, even I think Detroit might have had a power play goal prior to them.
The Blues have had, I think, 5 power play goals so far this year. LA's had 1.
Yeah,
that's
one
bad.
in yesterday's game against the Islanders. It's tough. I know, but that's why you stick with your team. Whatever your team is, you stick with it through thick and thin.
I've been through too much now. I can't give up. Maybe one day they'll win. Maybe.
Do you remember your earliest moment when you kind of discovered hockey?
No, because it's always been around my house. Like we had games on, we had sticks and nets around all the time. So it's just always been in my family and in my life.
Brett Houston joining us of the Missouri State Ice Bears, sophomore defenseman. Do you remember, like, when you first got on the ice?
Yeah, I was 7 or 8, and I stepped out on the ice, just on the other side of the rink that we're in, and for a free skate for a while. And I just zoomed around on the ice for an hour and fell a bunch, busted my knees up and everything, but it was fun. You didn't, and obviously when you're short, maybe about a foot off the ice, it's not a big deal if you fall. No, it doesn't hurt to fall. It doesn't hurt to fall. But now, like, when I fall, I hit my elbows, my knees, and I can't walk right for a couple days. It's got to be tough. But, a lot of players, though, they don't wear a lot of bulky equipment either, right? No, I try not to either. I keep most of my stuff either form-fitting or, as slim as possible. So if the rules stated you didn't have to wear shoulder pads, you wouldn't wear them, would you? No, I'd probably wear shoulder pads, yeah. Because there's some kids in this league that shoot the puck kind of hard, and I'm not trying to get hit in the chest. Well, there you go. I have enough bruises as it is. Is there something that you want to get out of playing hockey? Meaning, is there something on the ice, something mentally, something that you really want to get out of hockey? Well, hockey's always been like my escape from things, so if I have a bad day or anything, I can go step on the ice and I'll be fine in 20, 30 minutes and completely forget about whatever problem I had. So, whenever I play, I try not to think about anything, just focus on, the ice, what I'm doing, how I'm playing, that kind of thing. So it's safe to say that you'll be playing in men's league for a long time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be a beer league hero, hopefully. That's always fun, because then it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you get a goal here or there, you're fine. As long as I'm on the stat sheet and it's not a penalty in men's league, then we're all right. They never call penalties anyway. No, especially not Marzola. Can I say that? Is he going to be out here tonight? He may. That's okay. That's okay. He won't be hearing this anyway. Brett Houston joining us. Brett, I'll double check that assist, and I will ask head coach Cody Blevins and say I can find the video. All right, we'll find the video. I'll ask Cody, and if that's the case, I can change that. I'll verify that and change that for you. Okay. And like I say to everybody at the end of the interview, I wish you more goals this season. Okay. Oh, me too. All right. Thank you. All right. Thanks so much for doing this. We'll take a break. We'll be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
We are back at MediaCom Ice Park. Steve Casson along with Alex Harmon. Missouri State and Nebraska tied at 1 apiece. First goal of the game is Hank's goal to make it a 1-0 affair for Nebraska at 16:49. And then Missouri State comes back. Christian Catalano with 36 seconds left gets a shot from the blue line, partially tipped, and it rings the post on the right side and goes in, and Missouri State has tied this hockey game up. as we are getting ready to start the second period. Shots are 18-9, doubled up. Missouri State has done that against Nebraska. This time Missouri State states from the right to the left and Nebraska from the left to the right. The officials get things set up, and we are moments away from dropping the puck on period number 2, and off the draw, the Ice Bears will have possession back into their own zone. It'll be Justin Koch to set things up. No real pressure, so Koch is able to get it out to center. Hits the referee. Carson Komar will handle it up to center, and it's sent right back in, where it'll be the Ice Bears and Nicholas Gray looking for his first goal of the season. Gray gets it across the line. It is deflected and cleared out to center ice. And the Ice Bears will set things up with Brandon Baldwin. Now they give it in a drive in as Carson Komar got the shot. It's held onto by Bennett Stanchfield. Just 30 seconds into this period, 19.5 to go in the number 2 period for these two hockey clubs. 1-1 game. Puck kicked into the corner. Now behind the net, taken by Willie Lutz. And an outlet pass. Nebraska will have a 2-on-2 into the zone. Working it now is Crowley. He has a lot of room, and he got the backhander up and flipped it up. And it hits the glass, but then caught a little bit of the netting. And they're going to keep it in the zone for some reason. I don't know if it was necessarily deflected by an Ice Bear. Maybe they're going to say it went off of Albrecht. And if that's the case, and it did go off of Albrecht, then it would stay in the zone. Ice Bear Sean Sullivan comes in to take the draw from Christopher Brown. And Brown wins it, but the Ice Bears control it. They flip it out to center off of Rita's stick. And as soon as it gets cleared, it's sent right back in. A delayed offside, and the Huskers will clear the zone. Ice Bears give it to Dallas. He tips it up and into the bench. 19:02 to go in the period. We've already had 2 stoppages in play. And we'll do it again. Steve Casson, Alex Harmon, thanks for joining us on Web Sports Radio. We again will have the game against Missouri State televised tomorrow. The Ice Bears will play the winner of the game just before us and Ole Miss. They won 4-2 over Wisconsin Platteville. Lead pass. Here come the Ice Bears. Nathan Dallas, right side. Dallas is there. He's checked into the boards by Brown of Nebraska. And it'll be a 2-on-2 now developing. Here comes Walters. He shoots. It's partially blocked to the near side. Now drop down in low. Working the puck is Brown. Behind the net, Ice Bears intercept. Sullivan had it. It's off the back of the net, and Stewart will chip it to the corner to Dallas. Kicked ahead, and Dallas with a lead. Here comes Nathan Dallas. Can he catch up to the puck? He does, but it's partially swiped off of him by Raymond. Enough for the Ice Bears to get it. Oh, here's a lead pass, a broken play. Here comes Walters in all alone and getting back, and Hendricks is going to get a penalty for wrapping him up. It'll be a holding call. Holding with 18:04 remaining in the period, and the Ice Bears will go on the second penalty kill. It'll be the second power play for the Huskers. On the hold here in the second. Hendricks. And he kind of had to do that, but he didn't necessarily have to do it in that dramatic of a fashion, as he did catch up with the player. So the Ice Bears on the penalty kill, 80.4%. They've allowed 10 for 51 opportunities. And the Nebraska Huskers, 14 for 48, 29.2%. Not too bad at all. Play is underway with 17:54 to go in the period. Huskers work it. They get things set up on the power play. Spinning it around and trying to get it off to the corner is Johnson. Now to the left side. It goes to Raymond up the high slot. Raymond, he shoots right down the middle, and it's held on to. Just letting it hit him. was Richard Albrecht. 6'4", 235 out of Mexico City. And Albrecht coming back from an injury. He was out for most of the first part of the season, and he's now played 2 games. This will be his 3rd, actually. 1.5 to go in the power play. It's a 1-1 game. Hank his 19th, and Christian Catalano his 5th for Missouri State. And off the draw, it's worked again. A shot tipped. This one came from Jordan Hank. It was tipped by Cowley. Now behind the net, Ice Bears have it. Koch fights free. Not able to clear it, though. Held in along the boards by Hysek, left side. Now at the half boards, Hysek still with it. Gets it to the left point to Johnson. Comes down the middle. Johnson shoots. Blocker saved by Albrecht. It is not cleared yet. It's up the middle. Working it to Hysek. He'll have it left side over to Johnson. Looking to the right. Now they spin. And it goes to the right side. To Jordan Hank. He shoots. It's partially blocked. And Gray gets back up after blocking it. Hank will have it. Now the left side along the goal line. It's intercepted but not cleared. Shot missing wide. That goal line shot was by Bremen. It'll go to the near side. Now it is Catalano to glove it down and at least get it out to center ice. 16:59 to go in the period. Sent right back in. And a 1-1 game. It is cleared finally by... No, Gray didn't clear it apparently. Officials say it was good on the line. Now sent in by Raymond. He has it go off his stick and it's out to center ice. So he'll have to retreat in his own zone. 17 seconds remaining in the power play. Now taken by Hank across the line. Hank will work it, looking for some help in front by Crowley. Instead, Hank will get it to the high right side point. Now to Johnson. Johnson gets around Catalano's check of Missouri State. It's on a backhander from Hank. Left side drive, pad save. We got an Ice Bear down. Gray is down. Play continues, and it is cleared out to center ice as the power play expires. Now cleared back in, and Gray back up and gets it out to center ice past Hendricks. All the way down. Icing will be the call. Icing with 15:43 to go in the period. And we'll have a face-off in the Missouri State zone. .43 left. Shots are 19-12, and now we get the officials talking over something here. I didn't see what it was. But they are discussing something, and they're going to the Nebraska bench, and we're going to get a penalty. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this penalty is for. We'll hear the announcement. But there is going to be a penalty, and Evan Johnson will go. And I don't know if this was too many men. Maybe he's just the man serving it. But this was well after the play. And it's a 5-minute major that will be assessed. And I don't know if there was something that was said. Let's take a look at it right here. So everything has done. Now he walks over to the official. Well, no, they were still discussing after that. We go back to live action. It is a 5-minute major.
Get ready for the Ice Bears power play.
So Missouri State on a 5-minute power play. And Johnson will go here in the second period. So Missouri State on the first power play, they can score at will. Ice Bears number 12, Nebraska number 3. And we will catch the call here from Kevin Thorough as just to exactly what this was. It had to have been something, as Koch will have it.
Penalty on the play to Nebraska number 77, Evan Johnson. 5 minutes for slashing at 4:17 of the second period. A 5-minute major for slashing.
So it is slashing. 14:37 to go in the period, and Missouri State with a golden opportunity to take the lead in this hockey game. They have not led. Hank got the first goal at 16:49, his 19th, and then at 19:24, the first, it was Catalano with his 5th, and Missouri State immediately has the puck cleared. Nebraska, as I mentioned, 29.2% on the power play, but their penalty kill is not that good. 62.9 or 69.2%. They've allowed 12 out of 39. Here comes Cardinale. He circles the net. Cardinale left side, right side that is. Now to Koch. He shoots. Blocker save. Rebound. In front. Dallas. Can he stuff it in? No. And the official calls it quickly. So a fast whistle by the official there. And Missouri State is left to set things up again. And off the draw, the Ice Bears will work it one more time. Far side boards. Everyone backing up, but Missouri State does the right thing. They do back up, and it'll go to Houston. Now to Christian Cuso. Back to Houston. In low to Cuso. Right circle, up to Koch, or make that Gray. Gray with it, drops it down in low. Ice Bears work it with 3:41 remaining in the major. They're tied up at 1. Puck deflected as it was blocked, and it comes to the left side to Hopkins. Keeps it in. Hopkins shot in, save, rebound. Cuso in front, rebound, and it's deflected and flipped up into the stanchions up in the ceiling. So the face-off, does this come outside or stay in? The officials say no, it'll stay in. 14:10 to go in the period. Face-off to the right of Stanchfield. Shots are 23-12 in favor of Missouri State. We came in at 18-9 in favor of Missouri State after the first period. 13:58 to go in period number 2. Ice Bears working on the far side, and Christian Cuso gets upended. It'll be cleared back out to center. Smeal had it just enough, but the Ice Bears will set it up to Stuart Hopkins. Across the line, Hopkins gets tripped. No penalty. The officials say it, keep playing. Not going to give them a 2-man advantage when they have a major still running. At least that's what the official says. So the Ice Bears will work it out to center. Rita with a lead pass to Cardinale. Right side, Cardinale flips it ahead. Has some room. Cardinale still with it. Goes to the corner to Jordan Hank. He's there, but the Ice Bears will set it up from Cardinale. 2.5 to go in the major. Ice Bears can score at will, but they've used half of this major to try to get something going. Catalano, he waits, he shoots, and he missed wide. That was actually Cardinale. As Cardinale had it, now he'll have it again. Right side, leading scorer for the Ice Bears is Ted Cardinale. 11 assists to go with 7 goals. 2 power play affairs for him. Now the Ice Bears to Cardinale again. 2:07 to go. And a 1-1 game. It's back behind the net. Cardinale right side, shot blocked. Cardinale a second time, and it's held on to. This one on the second shot by Jordan Hank. So Missouri State doing the best that they can. Try to get something here. There's 1:59 remaining. And the puck is cleared all the way down. 12:35 to go in the period. And 1:48 remaining in the major. Missouri State can score at will. Here's Rita. Near side board, swings it all the way around. It goes behind the net. Helping out now is Brandon Baldwin. Baldwin tries to work it. Gets it up the middle. Still has some room. He shoots. Tipped in front. Blocked and cleared. The Ice Bears will set things up after Richard Albrecht gets a lead pass. On the bouncer, it'll go to Rita. He'll get it into the zone. Now to Carson Komar. Back to Rita. Works it down low to Komar. 1:11 to go on the power play. Now Cardinale with a drive and a blocker save. Stanchfield had that one all in his sights, and it's cleared all the way down, 11:46 to go. Line change for Missouri State. Nebraska will commence at least one or two, and the puck is cleared out to center. And we get a offside as Catalano, or make that Christian Cuso caught it in the zone offside. 53 seconds remaining. And the face-off, what are we going to have here? Icing? Houston will win the draw. Hopkins there for Missouri State. Stuart Hopkins, 4 goals, 4 assists for the freshman from Springfield. Lead pass comes to Evan Lasansky. Lasansky with the drive-in score! It's a power play goal, and Missouri State has taken a 2-1 lead. Evan Lasansky just snapped a wrister past the goaltender from center ice. And Missouri State has taken the advantage here on the power play goal. They still have 35 seconds left. And for Evan Lasansky, that is his 4th goal of the season and 2nd power play goal. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thorough, but the Ice Bears have taken the advantage here at 2-1 with 10:56 and the clock rolling. They still have a power play for 12. Here's a drive and score! This one's Nicholas Gray. Gray gets a power play goal, and Missouri State has scored 2 power play goals on the same penalty. This one coming at 9:09, and they still have 7 seconds left on the power play. Gray will get his first goal with Missouri State this season, and it's 3-1. We'll catch all these calls from Kevin Thorough as the power play is finally over. We're at 5-on-5.
Teams are at full strength.
So the Ice Bears with a couple of quick goals.
Missouri State Ice Bears goal scored by number 42, Evan Lasansky. Assisted by number 11, Stuart Hopkins. And by number 8, Brett Houston. Time of the first goal at 8:42 of the second period, scored on the power play by number 42, assisted by number 11 and number 8. On the second goal, scored unassisted by number 7, Nick Gray. Time of that goal at 9:09 of the second period, scored on the power play by number 7, unassisted on the play.
So the Ice Bears have a 3-1 lead now on 2 power plays goals when it looked like nothing was going to happen on that power play. And here come Missouri State again across the line. Here is Robello. He stops up. Shot deflected. It'll go behind the net. 29-12, Missouri State is out shooting Nebraska here in this hockey game. Puck cleared back down into the Nebraska zone. Players wrestling for it there. Puck comes up the middle. It is deflected and out. And here comes Nebraska across the line. Working it now on the backhander is Ben Raymond, and a save by Albrecht. Near side boards. Ice Bears will gain possession. Hendricks with it. Clears it out to Cardinale. Now as they work it to Brandon Baldwin. He, as the Ice Bears finish their line change, will kick it out to center, and Koch will send it in on a delayed offside. So Missouri State with 2 goals in less than 30 seconds. Puck comes in, 9:02 to go in the period. Cleared to the corner and out to center ice. It is a 3-1 lead for Missouri State. Buck in the Nebraska zone with 8:37 to go in the period. Now it's out to center ice, and it's Cope to deflect it back in off of a skate. Work down in low, but in front of the Missouri State bench now as Cardinale is there. He'll reach for it, but it's intercepted. Now taken by Hysack. He got a shot off. Gray's able to deflect it down into the corner, and Gray will gain possession with 8 minutes to go in the second period. Drive from the left side sent in by Andrew Hiller, and the Ice Bears will bring it out to center. Across the line now. It'll come to Hank, and a couple of players get run into. Gray was headed off by Cowley, and now the Ice Bears come back the other way, and just missing wide. In front was Christopher Rita. 7:33 to go in the period. Missouri State ranked number 12. After their 3 big wins in the showcase, and a penalty is going to come up. This is a slashing call. And it will go against Missouri State's Rita. Power play number 3 for the Huskers. His 3rd penalty for Missouri State. We're in the second period. So the Huskers with an opportunity now. With 7:24 to go in the second period to get within 1, but immediately it's cleared by Houston and all the way down. Banks off the back of the boards, and Willie Lutz will come back and chase. Hank is 19 for Nebraska, the Missouri State 3 straight. Catalano is 5th, Lasansky his 4th, and Gray his 1st, those last 2 on a power play. 7:04 remaining. Here is Walters. Cody Walters out of Nebraska, Omaha that is. Near side boards, Walters will have it again, chases it down at the point, keeps it in. Now to Drummond for Missouri State, who is not able to clear it. Hits a skate, and Drummond gives it to Sullivan, and the Ice Bears have a 2-on-2. Short-handed. Missouri State has 2 short-handed goals. They get a drive off, and it's blocked into the corner. 1:13 to go in the period. Puck cleared the other way, or in the penalty that is. 6:32 to go in the period. Line change for Nebraska. Huskers send it in. Lutz with the drive that's held on to by Albrecht. 6:22 remains and a 3-1 lead. We'll go over both of these goals in this period. First one is Lasansky. This is the tail end as the power play was expiring, and that is not it. So we will get that Lasansky's goal hopefully here in a moment for you. Fortunately, that is not the goal. Meanwhile, puck is cleared out to center, and apparently we'll have to get that one set up for you because I don't have that one on replay. Puck is cleared all the way down. 36 seconds remaining. So we'll have to see if that one is even available at this point. Meanwhile, a shot comes in, and Evan Johnson beats the sprawling Albrecht. And it is now a 3-2 hockey game. This one is a great move by Johnson. He literally comes from the red line in, beats the defense, gets the sprawling goaltender on the ground, and 5:44 remaining. And here in the second period, it is now a 3-2 game. Kevin Thurl will give us the honors here, but Kevin Johnson gets goal number 8. And now we're going to get a penalty against Missouri State. So things going to go from bad to worse as the Ice Bears do touch up the puck. And it's an interference call. Here in the second period at 5:27 remaining. Lasansky will be called. So the Ice Bears seem to kind of be going from bad to worse here. And now we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. We're going to get a penalty against Nebraska. Going into the penalty box will be Johnson, his second in a row. And that effectively, 5 seconds later, kills the penalty. We now have a 4-on-4. Two penalties, 7 minutes for Nebraska. And the face-off in the Nebraska zone, won by Missouri State. They are able to clear it out. And unfortunately, let's catch the call.
77, Evan Johnson, assisted by number 15, Ben Raymond, and number 22, Chris Brown. Time of the goal at 14:16 of the second period, scored by number 77, assisted by number 15 and number 22.
Well, that's the call there. Now, meanwhile, the Ice Bears on the 4-on-4 try to work the puck. They get it up the middle, and it is held in along the line, and it's good. Carson Komar with a shot in. Goes to Ted Cardinal. It's intercepted, and the Ice Bears at the line, still able to hold it in. Cardinal drops it down in low, and a save, steered into the corner. 4-on-4 for another 106. And unfortunately, trying to find that other goal, and I don't think we'll be able to find it for you here, unfortunately. Puck now moved in to Albrecht. He gets upended, and Cardinal is there. He's able to clear it out to center ice. Ice Bears have a 2-on-1 if they work it. Here's Houston, left side. Houston with a shot. It's partially blocked. Now in 40 seconds, it'll be a short power play, just a very short one, 5 seconds for the Huskers. That'll make up for the additional power play. Take that back. It'll be a short power play for Missouri State. Comes right out in front, and Rita was able to get an opportunity there.
Awarded to number 52, Jordan Hank. Goal scored by number 77, assisted by number 15 and number 52.
So Raymond and 52 Hank instead of Brown. So Hank will get his second point of the game. Ice Bears work it again with 13 seconds, and they will have power play number 2 just in moments, in 9 seconds in fact. Across the line, and it'll be raced in by Brown. He's behind the net. Koch is there, and he gave it up. He thought somebody was there for Missouri State. Down the middle, and it's kicked away, and Lasansky will have it. It's now 5-on-5. Here is Gray with a shot in, and it's held on to by Stanchfield. See if we can find that last goal. Unfortunately, I think we won't be able to grab that one. But we'll see here. This may be it. And that is, I did find it, okay. As we get an opportunity in on Albrecht, and Christopher Brown is there to hold on to it. So all our goals are set up for you here. Off the draw, 1 to go. Shot in, save Albrecht, and immediately hold on by Ben Raymond. So here's the goal by Lasansky. And then Gray comes back to make it 3-1. Almost the... Well, that's Lasansky's goal too. Heh. Well, okay, we will try to figure this whole thing out. Here come the Ice Bears. Work it on the left side. Coming out in front is Hopkins, and the goaltender has his glove off. Play continues, and finally, as the goaltender is trying to get the official to look at it, he does finally call the play dead.
Where every building is constructed with a high level of workmanship. Rob's Portable Buildings is a proud sponsor for the Missouri State Ice Bears.
So it looks like it's Gray's goal that I don't have. And that is unfortunate, as his goal was quite the one too. Meanwhile, play is out to center, across the line. Here's Cowley. He's blocked off by Koch. Far side boards, now Robb with it. Can he clear it to the point? He does. Gets it to Hiller, across now to Lutz, and it's out to center. Baldwin had it go off of his stick. Just an opportunity that did not materialize for the Ice Bears. So Missouri State trying to work the opportunity here and take an additional lead. Shot comes right up the middle, and it's deflected as Cowley got it. Now it's intercepted by Gray. He gets around one, gets around two, and just before he gets bumped, he's able to clear it out to center ice. So Missouri State works that one. Ice Bears to the line change. It's sent into the Nebraska zone. Both teams change. Here's a lead pass. It'll come to Sean Sullivan. Sullivan works it one hand, trying to still get an opportunity. Less than a minute to go in the period. And now we get a whistle for a stoppage in play with 52.6 seconds remaining. Puck is cleared back down to the Missouri State zone, and the fans are calling for a penalty as getting knocked down was a Husker, and we will get one. It's an interference call, and it is not. Are we going to get both? Sullivan is going to go for Missouri State, and Hysek will go. We're going to skate 4-on-4. Our 5 penalties, 10 minutes. Assessed to Missouri State, and 3 penalties, 9 minutes to Nebraska. 36 seconds remaining in the period. Far side, Houston to the near boards.
25, Sean Sullivan. 2 minutes for interference. to Nebraska number 9, Chris Hysack, a 2-minute minor for holding. Time of the penalties at 19:19 of the second period.
Now with 15 seconds remaining, here's Houston out of Springfield, Missouri. Houston looking for his 4th goal, gets it up to the middle, and it's intercepted. Here might be one last chance. Working it is Hank. He shoots. It's partially blocked to the corner. That'll do it for the second period.
At the end of the first period, it's your Missouri State Ice Bears leading the Nebraska.
So the Ice Bears lead 3-2.
A reminder that was the second period, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Shots at the end of the second period, 35-19 in favor.
The Ice Bears with 10 shots that Richard Albrecht received.
Attention Ice Bears fans, are you settling for a free checking with
and
Get radical rewards
if I can do my math here, we have 17 shots on Larry Taylor's goaltender, Bennett Stanchfield, for a 2-period total of 35. We'll take a look at the goals. And unfortunately, I do not have that Gray goal, but it was a power play goal. You saw Lasansky's goal. This one, just a nice one down low, and Missouri State at that point on the power play goal, his 2nd of the season, 4th total goal. Hopkins and Houston with the assist, and that made it a 2-1 game. Then it was 3-1 on Gray's 1st on the power play, and then Johnson comes back, makes it 3-2. That is his 8th of the season, and a nice play to draw the goaltender out. And right now it is Missouri State with a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play. We'll take another break, and when we come back, try to find another interview for you. Again, these are old interviews that we've been playing. And I'll tell you what, we'll throw an old interview with Stuart Hopkins in. How does that sound? So 14-11 to go in this break, and we will take a quick break and be back with that interview. After 40 minutes, it's 3-2 Missouri State.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We are back at MediaCom Ice Park, now talking with Stuart Hopkins of the Missouri State Ice Bears. He's another Springfield, Missouri native. 3 goals, 1 assist for the freshman. 6'2", You kind of wear it well. Do you feel like you're unassuming sometimes when you get out on the ice?
I guess, kind of, yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of a bigger player, but I just try to move my feet as much as possible and keep it moving.
Of course, you've played here. When I assume growing up you played here?
Yep.
Played with the Spirit?
I did.
Now, how long did you play with the Spirit?
6 years with the Spirit, and then found myself here now.
And obviously, playing with the Spirit, you know this ice rink, you know kind of everything that's gone around. Ones can be safe in assuming that that's kind of what made your decision to stay here, college-wise?
Yeah, I kind of didn't really have any reason to leave home. Missouri State was right down the street. I knew a bunch of people, my sister, everybody, a lot of family that goes here, so definitely wanted to stay home. And Missouri State's hockey team, watched them a ton, so figured might as well just stay home and play here.
I mean, when you think about it, where else can you go in this area and have a very successful hockey team, right?
Right. Missouri State's always competitive and close to home, so couldn't be a better fit.
Now, 3 goals, 1 assist. The season has only been 6 games. You would think you're the leader. No, you're not, because Ted Cardinal has 4 goals and 3 assists. So the junior's kind of leading the way, but you're right on his heels.
Yeah, we definitely have a good group of leaders. Ted's definitely one of them. He's kind of set the bar high, and just basically try to follow along, keep up, do what I can, help the team.
Now, he's on a line, I believe, with Christopher Reed, and he has 2 goals, 3 assists. So it's kind of a little tough there, but you're making the best of it, right?
Doing my best, yeah. Reed is a great player, too. They definitely have a lot of chemistry playing together, and they're 2
definitely two of the best players we got.
Is it easier for you being in a college setting versus playing for, let's say, for the Spirit? I mean, I know that you get to travel a lot with the Spirit, but is the talent as comparable, or when you get into college now, you're talking a whole different hockey game?
Yeah, it's definitely a step up with going from the Spirit to college. Just like I think that's that way from any league, going from high school or midget or whatever to a college game. Especially probably from Springfield, because hockey's not huge around here, so we don't always get to play like top-end teams 100% of the time. So I'd say there was definitely a step up, but I don't think it was anything I couldn't handle, and just kind of, especially now that we've gotten into the season and gotten things flowing and everything feels pretty normal, yeah.
Joining us is Stuart Hopkins, a Springfield native, 3 goals, 1 assist of the Missouri State Ice Bears. You kind of don't look like a hockey player. You almost look like a football player. Do you get confused a lot?
No, not really. I had a lot of people tell me that I look like I'm from California. I don't know if it's the laid-back attitude or the hair or what
Probably
it is.
Probably both.
Probably, but yeah, I do get that I look like a football player a lot, probably because I'm bigger. But I played football in high school and at the same time as hockey, but hockey was always kind of the number one. Found myself liking that a lot more, but yeah.
Well, that leads to my next question. Hockey is your favorite sport?
Definitely, yeah. I played a ton of sports growing up. Football was kind of like my first love, because Southwest Missouri, everyone plays football, so that was kind of what I first got into. But I played soccer in high school and then kind of found myself in hockey after I had a couple knee injuries, and football kind of wasn't an option for a while. And then I guess it all grew from there, and now I'm here.
Stuart Hopkins joining us of Missouri State. But when did you get on the ice, though?
So I got on the ice in 2013. I just came to like some random open skate, and I was like, well, this seems pretty fun. And I just kind of loved it from there and just played every day and did whatever I could to get better.
There are kids that started when they were 2 and 3 years old, and you've only been playing less than 5 years. What's up with that?
I think the bug kind of bit me, and it was all I cared about and all I talked about. My friends, and when I was in junior high, like going into high school, they'd pick at me and make fun of me because that's all I wanted to talk about. And them being from Southwest Missouri and small town, I mean, everything was football, so they kind of didn't know what was going on. But I think it was just coming every day and just skating all the time and like loving it that kind of made me progress a little bit faster than some kids.
Were you the kind of guy that you'd be out there and just skating as much as you could, and they'd say, we're closing, or it's time for another session, you got to get off? Were you that kind of kid?
Yeah, I was a bit of a rink rat. I was always around the rink because I only live probably 2 blocks away from it, so it wasn't hard getting here. And my parents helped me out a lot. They always took me to whatever I wanted to go to, and then when I got a car, I spent all my time here. And I just was always around the rink.
Stuart Hopkins joining us, freshman out of Springfield, Missouri. Listed as a center. Do you like passing dishing the puck?
Yeah, so I'm listed as a center, but right now I'm playing right wing. Christian Kuzo is a center on our line, but I'm more of a shooter, I'd say, rather than a passer. But I mean, I don't mind throwing it around the offensive zone, but I think I'd definitely rather shoot the puck than pass it.
Well, it looks that way with 3 goals and 1 assist right now. And I've talked to the other guys, and this team is 1-4-1 at this point. Do you feel that at a 1-4-1 record, depending on what's happened in the last couple of games, that's just an unfortunate situation? It's not what this team is made of?
Yeah, I really do. I think we got a lot of talent in this locker room, especially with some of the young guys that we brought in. I think we got a lot of talent in the seniors and the juniors that are leading the way. I think we're still trying to put everything together, put the finishing touches on everything, but I think we've gotten a lot closer to that than when we started. I think we just kind of need to find our scoring ability, and once we get that rolling, we'll be good to go.
You guys aren't too bad on the power play, 8 for 32, 25%. That's not bad at all, really, just to start this season. So you're working it with the special teams a little bit.
Yeah, I got put on the second power play line while we were down in Arkansas, and just kind of clicked right away. And we've been doing pretty good with that, getting pucks on net and just creating opportunities in the offensive zone.
Talking with Stuart Hopkins of Missouri State. Obviously, coming from Springfield is not going to be that rare of a situation anymore because, of course, who we've talked to before, Brett Houston and a couple of other players. Do you feel that it's kind of a good staple, like when someone says, "Oh, this guy's from Springfield"? Do you feel that's a good thing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool being from Springfield and playing for Missouri State because I see kids and parents that I played with and have kind of grown up playing around, and they always say hi, and it's kind of a cool deal to be from home. And I definitely think that the game's growing in Springfield. Every year we have more and more kids that are coming to play, and I think the level of play is slowly increasing and getting better every year. And I think it's just really cool to be from the town and play in the town that you started in.
Freshman forward Stuart Hopkins joining us. When you're out on the ice, what is something that maybe you want to make sure that you accomplish every game?
I've always kind of considered myself not to be maybe the most skilled guy, but what I lack in skill, I just try to make up for in hard work and just grinding in the corners and stuff and using my big frame to get in front of people and body people up. But definitely a little bit more of a grinder than a skill guy, and I think that definitely creates the opportunities, and then when you get the opportunities, you just got to be ready to bury them.
So I've asked everybody, what do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be when I grow up? This sounds kind of lame, but right now I'm working to get accepted into UMKC Pharmacy School and then get my doctorate in pharmacy and become a pharmacist. I would like to work in a hospital pharmacy and be involved with like patient care and stuff like that.
I'll tell you right now, that is not lame whatsoever for a couple of reasons. One, it's a very good paying profession.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, and second of all, you sound like you want to help people.
Yep.
So that's definitely a very, very good profession. It's going to take a long time. It's a lot of studying, and if you thought studying right now is hard,
wait till I get into pharmacy school.
Yeah. And it just to be accepted is tough too. I mean, it's not like you can just apply and sure, come on in. So
yeah, it's super competitive. You got to keep good grades, which right now I've been fortunate enough to keep up with, even with hockey and everything going on. But it's, like I said, it's definitely competitive, and you got to work hard for it, and you kind of got to want it.
Well, I know right now you want it as far as being a scoring prowess, because with the 3-1, that's looking good. Do you remember your very first goal that you ever scored?
For Missouri State? Or, like, first goal ever playing hockey?
Let's go first goal ever, then we can talk about Missouri State.
First goal ever, I think I do remember it. It was in Kansas City, probably my freshman year. I can't remember. Maybe it was the KC Saints we were playing, and it was back when I was playing defense, and I think I just ripped one from the point, and it found its way to the net, but I think that's the first one. Did you ever get the puck from it? I don't think so. I think we just kept playing with it, tried to put it in the net a couple more times.
Oh, wow. You know, that's one thing. When I played with Cal State Fullerton out in California, and I ended up, I normally would play goalie, but that day we had an extra goalie, so I played on defense. Yeah. And, I mean, I was okay. I really should stay in the net, basically. And I have much more... I put it this way, I'm just better in the net. But I did get to play D, and I wound up with a shot that I partially fanned on, and it just was a floater, and it went in, and they gave me the puck. And I do remember that's like my first goal that I'd ever scored, probably my only goal I think I've ever scored. But I know that I've given up a ton of goals. That's for sure.
At least you got one.
I only have one. Technically, I have four. The league that I was in, the men's league that I was in, if a team forfeited, you had to put somebody at center ice. They could shoot the puck into an empty net, and they would win 1-0.
Okay.
Well, the team let me do that 3 times. So
there we go.
Technically, college-wise, I have 1 goal. Men's league, I have 3.
Hey.
So.
Nobody's counting.
No, not at all. Do you have any kind of prep that you like to do before you get ready for a game?
I think kind of just basically the normal stuff. Just get a good warm-up in, hydrate properly, and tape my stick the same way every time. But other than that, I'm not too superstitious. That's about it.
Do you have a, well, and if you do, you can just say yes. You don't have to say what it is. But do you have any kind of special move? Like if there's some guy, he's bearing down on it, do you say, okay, this is what I'm going to do?
I mean, I try not to put a specific thing in mind, just kind of read and react, because I think that's definitely the best option. But basically just get around them or go through them either way.
Do you remember, as joining us is Stuart Hopkins of Missouri State, do you remember maybe, like, for lack of better terms, the coolest goal you ever scored?
Oh, man. I don't think I've ever done anything too crazy. Maybe just a couple good breakaway moves. That's probably it. Nothing too exciting.
Oh, it's always fun, but at least you scored, right?
Right, that's what matters.
There you go. Well, speaking of scoring, like I wish everyone at the end of an interview, more goals. So you've just got one or two to catch Ted Cardinal, so keep it going.
Hopefully we can get there. Thank you.
All right, Stuart Hopkins joining us. Thanks so much for doing this. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
3-2, Missouri State leads this hockey game after 2 periods of play. The Ice Bears sandwiched around Nebraska goals. Hank is 19th at 16:49. Then Catalano his 5th, Lasansky his 4th on the power play, Gray his 1st on the power play, and Johnson his 8th at 14:16 of the second period. And that's where we stand right now, with Missouri State leading this game by a score of 3-2. Shots ended the period at 35-19 in favor of the Ice Bears, but we are moments away from starting the third and final period of day 1 of this 3-day showcase on the weekend. That's a lot to say. Missouri State skating from the left to the right and from the right to the left. Immediately, it is the Huskers. And working it is Evan Johnson behind the net. An Ice Bear lost his stick. It comes up the middle, deflected away, and blocked. And the man that dropped his stick was Nicholas Gray. He was able to kick it into the corner, sent all the way around the net. Now worked by Justin Koch. Koch will get it to the corner, and the Ice Bears will have it out to center ice. Here's a lead pass. It'll go to Christopher Rita. Across the line. Rita waits, stops up, shoots, save, rebound. It'll be taken away by Jordan Hank from Lincoln, Nebraska. Hank with his 19th this season. Got it back at 16:49 of the first. Here's a break coming up, and missing high and wide was Johnson. Could have tied the game. Now keep in mind there still is 36 seconds left in a 4-on-4. Ice Bears with a 2-on-1. Cross to Rita. He shoots and he missed. The cross-ice pass from Dallas to Rita missed. The Ice Bears had a 2-on-1. We're going to get a penalty. And it's a tripping call. No, it's an interference call. Dallas will go. And there's going to be a lot of room on the ice here. So Dallas gets called just 45 seconds into the game, into the third period, that is. And what this is going to do is make it a 4-on-3. And it's a 4-on-3 in favor of Nebraska. The puck immediately is cleared as Willie Lutz sees it go up over his head. 18:58 to go in the period. And the Ice Bears on Dallas's interference call will be on defense once again. Breaking through is Alex Robb. It goes behind the net. Albrecht missed it. Now 2 players are going to come back. It's now a 5-on-4. as the 4-on-4s are over. Here's a tip pass, comes all the way down as a line change is commencing. It'll be Sean Sullivan to chase. Sullivan, no icing there, even though it wouldn't have been. The Ice Bears are shorthanded. And this is power play number 4 for the Huskers. Coming back to retrieve his stick is Alex Robb in his own zone, and he just happens to be there to get the clearing pass. And Robb across the Ice Bears bare head. He runs into a man. That is Baldwin. Sprawling players on the ice. Here comes Walters. He passes over to the left side to Robb off of his stick. 3-2 in favor of Missouri State. Ice Bears, after trailing 1-0 in this game, tied it up 1-1, then took a 3-1 lead, and now they trail 3-2. Passes all the way in, on goal, and it's stopped by Stanchfield. 17:49 to go in the period. A line change for both teams. Puck is cleared out to center. The Ice Bears will intercept briefly and up to center. Now working it is Raymond into the zone. Line change finishes for Nebraska. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Here is Dallas. Can he clear it? No. Stays in. No, that was Koch, actually, number 10, who tried to clear it. Couldn't do it. 18 seconds remaining in the power play. It's set up now to the left side to Hank. Now to the right side as they get it to Johnson. Johnson again. He shoots, save, rebound, loose on the doorstep is Cowley. Nothing doing. Ice Bears cannot clear it. Power play has 6. Held in, dropped down by Johnson. It is Lowell on the goal line. Power play is over. Comes up the middle, and Missouri State will have it. And they now have a 2-on. Well, they had a 2-on-1. It went off of a Brandon Baldwin's stick, and by the time it was grabbed by the defense, Missouri State's 2-on-1 was denied. 16:50 to go in the period. Ice Bears lead by 1. Line change for Nebraska. Puck across the line, working it to the near side. Boards it is at neutral ice and sent right back into the Missouri State zone. Shots 37-22 in favor of Missouri State. That means that they're being outshot 3-2 in this period. Now puck comes to the right side, missing wide. On the ice now is Nathan Dallas. He gets hit hard as he tried to put a check on. And maybe that was Gray. I think that, or Rita, I mean. Here's a shot in. Big save by Albrecht. Rebound again, and Albrecht is able to hold on to that. 16 to go. We get a couple of players in a little scuffle here, but everything looks good. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Albrecht. Ice Bears Division I team is in Arizona playing the University of Arizona. That is no score in the first period between these two clubs. The Division I squad won yesterday 6-3 over Arizona State. Puck is sent in. Albrecht with the save. Rebound misses high up over the net. Great opportunity for Nebraska, and they miss it. Here comes Nathan Dallas across the line into the zone. Dallas carries it into the right side. He is tripped, no penalty. Dallas can't pick it up. Puck to the near side. Now held in by Stewart. Dropped down in low. Stewart tries to work the puck. It is sent behind the net to Rita, looking for a wraparound. Instead, he'll bring it up to the left circle. Held in by Stewart, off of his knee as he misplayed it with his glove. Dropped down in low, working it past Hiller. Behind the net, here is Riley Lutz. It is to the corner and out to center ice, helped by Cody Walters. But the Ice Bears on a delayed offside will not touch the puck. Back in his own zone for Missouri State, Nathan Hendricks. Off of Rita. Dropped down in low. Working it and spinning around to get it out to center ice to Stephen Dole. Now the Ice Bears move it back in at the right wing point. Intercepted, taken away by Hiller. Getting it out of harm's way, switching it over to Raymond, and he'll move it out to center. Across the line to Cowley. Drop pass, drive in, up. Good kick save out by Albrecht. Now a rebound missing wide off the attempt by Walters. Comes to the right point, sent in low again by Brown. Dole comes in to help out. Stephen Dole out of Edina, the sophomore. 2 goals, 2 assists for him. Up the middle, broken up by Missouri State, 14:35 to go in the period. And a 3-2 lead for the Ice Bears. Steve Casson, Alex Harmon, thanks for joining us on Web Sports Radio. We'll do it again for you tomorrow, but it will be Missouri State only. Puck up the middle, and it's broken up and cleared out to center. Unfortunately, we are very short-staffed for this tournament, and I'm helping out. Cannot do any other broadcasts but Missouri State. Puck is cleared in and dropped into the corner. But we will keep you up to date on the live scoring. So just go to the game, and it will have live scoring, and you'll be able to keep up to date on all the rest of the games. Puck out to center. Lead pass too far. Racing it is Catalano, and he does not wave off the icing. 13:45 to go in the period. Faceoff comes back into the Missouri State zone. Hank is 19th at 16:49 of the first, and the Ice Bears at 19:24. Catalano his fifth, tied up at 1-1. In the second period, 2 power play goals for the Ice Bears. At 8:42, it's Lasansky, his fifth, second power play goal of the season. And then Gray, his first, and of course, first power play goal at 19:09. And then at 14:16, Johnson, his eighth, and right up the middle, a big save by Albrecht. As I mentioned, Johnson got his eighth there. And that's the last bit of scoring we've had. In almost 10 minutes of play. Out of the Missouri State zone, it'll be cleared up to Cardinale. 2-on-2. Cardinale gets around one. He couldn't get the good opportunity there. Cardinale still with it. Ted, this season, 7 goals, 11 assists. Drops it to the corner. Komar will have it. Now to Gray at the left point. Gray's able to keep it in, but as this pass comes out, it is intercepted and taken by Nebraska. Drive in by Hank is deflected, and a rebound in front, saved by Albrecht. Another opportunity blocked in front. Good block by Komar. It'll go to the far side as it was missed wide off the stick of Raymond. Now behind the net, 12:53 to go, and a 3-2 lead for Missouri State. Puck to the left side, blocked again, this one by Komar. And the opportunity by Raymond. Raymond gets it again. Komar tried to block it. Instead, this time he said, I'm going behind the net. He does. It's flipped out to center ice, though. Good play by the Ice Bears, Cardinale. Missouri State with a line change. Puck comes in the zone. Taken by Chris Hysak. He is upended, and no penalty. Officials do not call anything. Ice Bears get it out to center. Here is a bank off the boards past Dallas. And regained by Koch. He gets a shot. It's partially tipped. Rita is there. Got a great power play goal, which we don't have a replay on, unfortunately. That's my fault. Puck clear to the near side. Now to Walters. He'll give it up to center ice. To Raymond. Speeds through and shoves to the far side. Brown is there. It's behind the net. Comes up the middle, but the Ice Bears will intercept and get it out to center. And it'll be chased by Rita. Swung away by Lutz. Intercepted by Dallas. Delayed offside. The Ice Bears clear the zone with 11:43 to go in the period. Near side, stolen by Dallas. Behind the net, looking for some help. Ice Bears have it. Trying to regain a 2-goal lead again. Sent by Zach Drummond. Down in low to Rita. Banks it off the boards to Sullivan. Good play. Intercepting it is Andrew Hiller, the junior from Nebraska, and he gets it all the way down to the Missouri State zone. 11:22 remaining in the period. A full sail line change will commence for the Ice Bears if they can do it. They tip it down in low, and it looks like they will go for that change. Houston is the only one on the ice for Missouri State. Puck comes to Houston. He is there at the red line, able to make some trouble, so Lasansky is able to clear it down in for Missouri State. Puck comes the other way, right to left. Now across the line, Stephen Dole, right side, comes to the middle, broken up by the Ice Bears and cleared out to center. 10:50 to go in the period. Swung all the way around to the Missouri State zone and immediately cleared by Drummond. All the way down, this should be an icing call, and it is. 10:40 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Missouri State end of the ice. Face-off in the Ice Bears zone. It'll be to the right of the goaltender, Albrecht, left as he looks at it. And now we have another save, so we'll do it all again. Tomorrow, Nebraska and Arkansas. That's a 1 o'clock hockey game. And then it'll be Kansas versus University of Wisconsin-Platteville at 4, and then Missouri State takes on Ole Miss. That at 7 o'clock. All games here on the Stan Milton Ice Rink. And then Sunday, it's Platteville and Arkansas at 8:45 in the morning. Nebraska and Ole Miss, that'll be at 11:45. And then Missouri State and Kansas at 2:45. Puck sails in high and wide off the draw from Michael McVeigh. Just about the third or fourth time we've called him on the ice. And the Ice Bears, as getting upended is Ben Raymond, we get a tripping call. The Ice Bears will go back on the penalty kill. Christian Kuzo will go for tripping. 7 penalties, 14 minutes for Missouri State. 5th power play for the Huskers. The Ice Bears on the penalty kill this season, 10 for 51. They've allowed 80.4%. They need to kill this one because Nebraska has been potent. 14 for 48, 29.2%. Puck comes right along the crease. Goaltender Albrecht is down and out, but the play continues. No possibility there, and now we get a whistle as the puck comes up the middle. We're going to get a stoppage in play. Net gets dislodged, so stays in the zone. Make that 1:43 to go. That's in the power play. And a golden opportunity now for Nebraska. Off the draw. It is won by the Huskers. Left side, Raymond. Right side now as they'll give it up to Hank. Now to Raymond, his shot blocked. Hank has it, poked in by Hysack, and right. We're going to get a man in the crease. And it's going to come out. We got a crease violation. So 9:39 to go in the period. That crease violation will bring it back outside the zone. Taking a look at out-of-town scoreboard, thanks to Dan Dowell. Adrian sweeps Eastern Michigan 5-2. Lindenwood, this is Division I play, beats Ohio 4-3 in overtime. And Arizona State has a 2-0 lead over Missouri State late in the first period, or Arizona, that is, has a 2-0 lead. Puck comes in, it's blocked into the corner, and with 1:06 to go, the puck is cleared out to center, and it is Doyley all the way down to the Nebraska line. Grabbed by Evan Johnson. Off the boards, and Doyley is there, and he will race for it. Hysack is there. Great pressure with 45 seconds to go. Missouri State has 2 shorthanded goals this season, but it is the Huskers with it. Cross ice from Hank right in front, and a blast by Johnson is held onto by the Ice Bears Albrecht. So Missouri State, the Ice Bears Division III team, is leading at this point, which is a good thing. But unfortunately, now it's 2-1. Just saw an update. It's 2-1 Arizona State over Missouri State's Division I squad. Ice Bears just scored. On that update. Meanwhile, here at Mediacom Ice Park, it's 3-2 the Division III squad. Now across the line, Brown for Nebraska. He'll kick it into the corner with 10 seconds to go on the power play. 8:23 remaining in this third period. It's been kind of a fast-paced third period, that is. Fast-paced first series of games. Kuzo's out of the box. We're 5-on-5. So Missouri State has not allowed a power play goal in 5 tries for Nebraska. And they still lead 3-2. The Ice Bears, on the other hand, have 2 power play goals. They're 2 for 2. Dallas across the line, working into the corner. Lutz is there. Helping out is Nathan Dallas. Back behind the net. It will go to Stewart. Working with Houston. Back down to Sullivan this time. And intercepting it is Alex Robb for Nebraska. Clears it out to center ice on a bouncing puck by Walters, and we get an icing call. And I don't know about that one. That was tipped, and the officials will call it icing. I don't know if that was tipped in front, but 7:35 remaining, and we get a timeout. Timeout is called by Nebraska. Larry Taylor says enough is enough. We'll call a timeout. So tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back. 3-2 Missouri State in the third period, 7:35 remaining.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
Back at Mediacom Ice Park, Steve Casson, Alex Harmon. It is a 3-2 lead, Missouri State over Nebraska, 7:35 remaining in the third period. Face-off in the Nebraska zone, and the Ice Bears win it. Cardinale, but Gray had it go off of his skate. He wasn't expecting the pass to his right. Ice Bears, though, able to set it up and regain the zone. 7:24 to go in the period. Good pressure by Missouri State, at least here in the last couple of minutes. And it'll be taken away by Hank. Out to center ice, and Komar with it. He'll drop it back down in low. Chasing with him has been Raymond. He's there to put a hit on. And now it'll be Jordan Hank. His pass all the way down to the Missouri State zone. No icing. Chased by Johnson. Johnson gets checked low along the goal line on the far side boards. Puck to the right point. Working it is Raymond. Shot in, blocked. Raymond again. Blocked again, although it was just an easy shot to block, and it's flipped out to center. 6:46 to go. 6:40 remains. An Ice Bear, that's Cardinale, after he was trying to steal the puck, fell behind the net. And now it's Justin Koch in his own zone for Missouri State. Koch, as he's battling for the puck, goes deeper and deeper in his own end. Now 6:23 to go. Ice Bears dig it out. Working it to Baldwin, the freshman out of St. Louis. Baldwin breaks free again, trying to do that same opportunity. Backhander in front. Oh, what a save. He got that backhander, and Stanchfield was right there to glove it and keep it out of the net. 6:11 to go in the period. And Missouri State was that close, but an even better opportunity for Stanchfield to make it look good with that glove save. Sullivan will come in for Missouri State. It'll be Cowley for Nebraska, and the Huskers will win it. Far side, nobody there for the Ice Bears. It's cleared out to center to Robb. Robb, by the time he gets the wheels going, gives it over to Cowley. Right side, Cowley, backhander in, save, rebound behind the net. Cowley picks up his own. It's up the middle, intercepted by the Ice Bears, but they cannot clear it as of the line. Finally, it pops out to center ice. So Missouri State will set it up with 5:45 to go. They lead 3-2. A couple of power play goals in the second period gave them that 3-1 lead at one point. And then it's been a goal by Johnson, his eighth in the second period. We've had no scoring here in the third. Nebraska Huskers on a tic-tac-toe play from Cowley. Dropped it down in low to Robb. 6 goals, 7 assists, 2 power play tallies for him. Shots 38-34. They're getting a little even now. Puck to the line. Held in by Dahl. He got an assist on the first goal from Hank. Now a spin-around shot and a save. Dahl got that one in front. Now 5 minutes remaining in the third period. And Missouri State hanging on to a 1-goal advantage. Ice Bears cannot clear it. A pop fly was held by Robb. And it does hop outside over the stick of Dahl. And here comes Missouri State. They're going to work a 2-on-2. It is Rita. Dolly there. Rita with it. Rita behind the net. He gets run into and held onto, and we're going to get a charging call. And if we get, it was Michael McVeigh that ran into Rita. And if the charging call is against Missouri State, okay, it's just going to be a face-off outside the zone because the net was locked off. That's the only reason. The official made a charging call, and I was going to say if it was an Ice Bear penalty, then I would kind of disagree with that one. Puck held in the zone, but it's taken away by Raymond and cleared out to center. Koch is there to run roughshot, and Hopkins tipped at the line, the red line that is, to Kuzo, and play will continue. 4:18 to go in the period. Send right back in. This will be an icing call. 4:12 remaining. Face-off will come back down to the Missouri State zone. .410 remaining. Puck sails wide of the net. It is out to center off of Hopkins' stick and sent all the way down. Back where it'll be grabbed by Hiller. Hiller gets around a check of Hopkins. And now it's Brown to Hiller. Ice Bears intercept. Hopkins, and Hopkins may have brought it outside the line, but the official called it good. 3:41 to go. Delayed offside, and now Hopkins is able to clear it. Sent back in with 3:33 to go in the third period and a 3-2 Missouri State lead. .324 remaining. Ice Bears have it. Houston, he shoots, and it's blocked by Catalano, or may have hit the back of Hiller. Held at the line by Houston. Left side. It hits the stanchions on the glass, and then it allows a shot to take place by Mitchell Doyley. Now Rebello for Missouri State. Gets around a check of Lutz. Sends it back behind. Intercepted by Brown. Doyley is there for Missouri State. To the left side. It will be taken by Rebello. He gets a shot in and a save off the glove as he actually sent it over to Houston, who got the shot, and it went off the glove of the goaltender Stanchfield, and we get a whistle for an icing call. Icing will bring it back. This will go back into the Nebraska zone. And off the draw, it is Cardinale to Cope, tipped in front after the shot. Rita tipped it. Now it's off of Rita's skate. He'll be able to hold it and send it all the way down to Cardinale. 2:23 to go. Ice Bears want to get that 2-goal lead again. It's just 3-2 for Missouri State. Puck cleared out to center and in front of the Missouri State bench. 2:13 remains. Here's Rita across the line to Komar. Offside. 2:09 to go in the period. The offside will bring it back outside the zone. Well, last report, it is still a 2-1 lead, and I think we're in the first period intermission between Missouri State's Division I squad and Arizona. Here comes Jordan Hank. He'll send it down in low. 1:59 to go. To the right point, McVeigh. He drops it in low. Now works it to Hank once again. Jordan Hank, 19 goals and 6 assists from Lincoln, Nebraska. Ice Bears are able to clear the puck out to center, but that's as far as it goes. Turning around is Hysak. Missouri State will intercept at their own line, although falling down was Hendricks, and the officials let it go. He may have been tripped possibly. Right side, another shot by McVeigh. Pad save, rebound, and it's behind the net. 1:25. We're going to get a penalty against Missouri State. No, take that back. They're going to pull the goaltender, that is. So a pulled goaltender for Nebraska. They pull the goaltender at 1:20 of the third. It's an extra man, and a shot comes in, and it's held on to by the Ice Bears goaltender, Richard Albrecht. So Stanfield is out of the net. He came out at 1:20 remaining in the period. And Nebraska looking to tie this hockey game up. 3-2 with 1:09 to go. And the Ice Bears with the empty net. They win it, but not able to possess it. Here is a shot that's partially blocked as Raymond got it. Less than a minute to go in the third period. Near side boards at the half boards. Comes up the middle. Houston is there. Can he clear it? No. Lasansky, he has it. And as he swept it over to the corner, it was intercepted. It was too far for Nathan Dallas. 42 seconds remaining. Again, an empty net. Puck is out to center, and Raymond is there. Extra man. Here comes Hank. He'll give it to Johnson. Drive in, deflected up and off the goaltender, Albrecht, and out of play. 3-2 Missouri State. Shots even up at 39 apiece. We came into this third period at 35-19. What does that mean? 20 shots Nebraska has put on in this period, and Missouri State just 4. Right off the draw, hit the post. Immediately off the draw, Cowley hit the post. We are still at a 3-2 game for Missouri State. Extra attacker on for Nebraska. It'll go to the corner. Now this time can Lasansky clear it? He does, at least to get it out to center ice. Didn't want to ice it. 14 seconds to go. Puck across the line. Johnson. Cross ice pass. And a sliding Ice Bear is able to knock it away, and that will do it. And Missouri State has won this hockey game by a score of 3-2. Oh, now we have a couple of players absolutely livid. And Alex Robb, they jumped off the bench and were pushing the officials. One of them was Christian Kuzo. And I'm not sure what happened there, but something happened in front of the Missouri State bench that some of the Ice Bears were not happy with. I don't know if this was just an issue in front of the bench or what happened, but it was not something that anybody liked. Let's see if we can take a look at it here. And it was just a couple of players that apparently they felt Robb did something. And I don't know if we get any additional penalties or not. But 3-2 is the final score in favor of Missouri State. In the first period at 16:49, Hank gets the first goal. Lysak and goal with the assist, and it is a 1-0 lead. Again, a 1-0 lead. Then Christian Catalano gets his 5th at 19:24, and we're tied up at 1 apiece. Evan Lasansky makes it a 2-1 game for Missouri State. This at 8:42 on a power play. Lasansky's 4th and 2nd power play of the game, and Missouri State is rolling. Gray on the same power play at 9:09, his 1st, and Missouri State has a 3-1 lead. Then Johnson comes back, pulls the goaltender out, and makes it a 3-2 game, but that's it for scoring. And nothing in the third period, so Missouri State ends up winning this game by a score of 3-2. Shots end up 39-39 that means that Larry Taylor's goaltender, Bennett Stansfield, saw 4 Ice Bears shots for a 3-period total of 39, and Cody Blevins' goaltender, Richard Albrecht, faces 20 shots for a 3-period total of 39. Power plays, Missouri State 2 for 2 on the power play, 2 on the same power play, and then they had a short 4-second power play later on to make them 2 for 2, and the Huskers were 0 for 5 with the man advantage. Our next broadcast will be Missouri State Division III versus the University of Mississippi. That'll be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We hope you'll tune in for that. Until then, it is a big win for Missouri State, and as I mentioned before, these same 2 teams played here at Mediacom Ice Park about a month ago, and the Ice Bears lost 5-1 and 8-1, and was a much different hockey team than they are right now. In fact, both of them are different teams in that Missouri State with a big win over the number 3 University of Nebraska in the Pacific Division, and the Ice Bears will, at number 12, like this victory to go 7-6-1 on the season. The Nebraska Huskers fall to 6-6-1. I'm Steve Casson for Alex Harmon. Thanks for joining us. Until tomorrow, we bid you a very good evening.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.